and arriving at our destination back in Onett. It's also nice time, and all the doors should actually be shut except for our home. And apparently this is an NPC right now, the most happiest man in the world. He can practice his trumpet in this very scenic spot, and now he will send his haunting melody throughout the town. I love that for you, dude. I also love how that is literally the only NPC that is out here, at least as far as I'm aware of, because everything else should just be the same, aside from most NPCs being inside their homes, where it is locked, and that is fair enough, because I'm pretty sure Onett is actually under attack at this point. But anyways, hello everybody, welcome back to the episode of Earthbound Randomizer. We are currently heading back to Alex's home so we can heal up, but more so, what's nearby there is a meteorite which we need to find in order to get I don't remember what the machine's called, but to get a piece of a meteorite, and apparently we are finding a infamous Billy. Why is it infamous? I don't really know why, so why don't you guys make up a story for why it's so infamous? Like, did it do something? Is it just having a bad reputation? Or what do you think it is? So that's like the first, very early comic question of the day. And now we made it through safely, and to heal up, because why not? We use a little bit of our PK, or our psychic powers, not physical powers. We may as well just heal it back up and save here, because we might be well enough level to get over there, but it still doesn't mean we can't get a party wipe, because one of these enemies, I don't know which one exactly it will be, but one of them could actually dynamite the whole party. If that happens, that is actually a party wipe, which I think is interesting. So we're just gonna ignore those guys and hope that we can't despawn it. But at least it's just a Billy here. Oh, never mind. We got that one, which is a wet teeth. Would it just be like a wet tooth, considering there's not more than one? It's fine. We won't worry about it. And shoot, we just got diamondized. Please let me run away. Thank you very much. Now, I'm pretty sure the only way to get out of diamond state is actually by going to a hospital. But let's see if we can actually... Oh, we can! I was gonna say, no, we can't. Thankfully, Omar is here, so at least we know we can escape from the diamond state. At least, temporarily. And hey, we actually made it to the meteorite mostly clear, because after that one encounter, there was, I think, one, but we just avoided that. But now, apparently, it's cool enough that we can reach in and get something shiny, which will be a meteorite piece. Which means we will find a spot where we could actually use one of the teleports, or rather teleport B, to then go back to Saturn Valley and show the piece to Dr. Onett, which I love how he literally looks like a signpost or a door. I can't quite tell what it is. But also, before we go through here, because I'm pretty sure this is actually going up to the end, which is crazy, but I actually found a goddess band back in Magic Head, which I didn't mention when we were actually there, just because I was just going through and beating it. Can we not? Yes, most intriguing. Leave everything to us and get some rest. This is most fascinating. I thought we were able to just go right there, but I'm guessing this is one of the times where it's like, hey, we are actually reaching the end, so you actually have to heal up and save, and before you can not turn back anymore. Which, speaking of which, we are actually going to save over here because, well, why not? We may as well if we're reaching the end, and let's see how this last battle will actually be. If this is the end, rather, it's a randomizer. I'm pretty sure, so we are all healed up, and it is finally complete, the Phase Distorter version 2. It's equipped now with 2 new features. First, it can repair your biological functions. Second, it can save your progress. Don't be afraid, get right in. There's just one thing though. You may not be able to return, so make sure you are optimally outfitted. Are you ready to go? As ready as we can be, which is crazy because this is literally the end of the game, and it went by so quickly, and now it lets us go in. I don't know why we had to talk to Onett twice, but hey, that's okay. I'm guessing it's because it's like really making sure we are, and let's see if we are actually going to be... Oh, it's going to stay the same. And thank you, ship. We appreciate you. Oh, that's right, because we haven't changed it. This is actually in the cave that was in the Lost Underworld, which we saw before. I also don't know why I want to call it the Lost Underworld. It's not really lost. But greetings. So you're finally here. I am. Thanks for healing me. Excellent. You were truly excellent. There's only a little bit of time left. I'll give you this last power. I must go now. Okay. We learned the most powerful move in the game. And apparently this was destroyed. Hello, Saturn. I was kidnapped. Bad guy gone. Where? To past. Ding ding. And this is the broken one, which is the one that got stolen before. Apparently it had a horn of life in it. Alright. And I thought we could just interact with this. Like, what is happening? Do we need to actually talk to it? Who are you talking to? Oh, you just needed to go back. And apparently it's just it's a cop car. Or it's just a car rather. The Phase Distorter has been complete. We could finish it quickly because of Saturn's incredible science and scientific skills. Now Giygas is located from the past, which we're gonna go in here then. But I think we need to talk to here first. We are good. Doing. We here too. Doing. And now... Oh, okay, that must have been Applicant. This is Dr. Onett. The fact that he is literally assigned to a construction worker is just amazing. In order to defeat Giygas, you must go to the past. But you can't bring your life... You can't bring your current physical form, so you need to be in a robot. I am just doing a summary of what he's about to tell us here, otherwise there's a lot of dialogue to read. But, oh, sorry, I am ready. Alex, please give me that red cap. Ready, and stand by. So here we go. And it's interesting how you can hear all the drilling stuff like that, what they actually do to bodies. And I like how he takes their red cap in order to have the souls find their way back after defeating Giygas. And I wonder how this battle is going to be. I wonder if it's going to be difficult. I wonder how quick it's going to be. The only way to find out is by going in. And I'm really excited about that, actually. I'm also kind of sad at the same time, but like, hey, a good game has to stop at some point. I'm just surprised how quick we actually got through this whole game. So I thought it was going to be a little bit longer, like it was when we did it the first time in the vanilla. Oh, Alec, Holly, Omar, Rob, my son. There is no returning back now. Alec, activate the Distorter 3 by your own hand, thereby following your own destiny. Will you do so? I wonder what would happen if we said no. Like, I wonder if that would mean we could go, like, back here and save or something like that. I don't know. Either way, we are going through. And I actually saved before going here as well, just because we could save in here, but there might be a few things that we want to do afterwards. I don't really know. But we should be fine, and literally, if anything, we just need to go back and find Giygas. Okay, hello, morning time hotel music. And darn, we are the same. I was wondering if our forms would actually like change, or if we would still be robotic like this. I love how the eyes on the side just look like they're like the whole time. Oh, and we ran away from that. I was going to see what we're actually fighting against. And that is an enemy. I thought it was going to be an actual present. But it's a randomizer. I don't know why I thought otherwise. So we got the irritated guitar again, and the angsty serpent. Oh, that's right, because the first portion of this whole area actually shows and throws back a few enemies that we actually fight throughout the game. Which I think is actually really fun. It's like a good throwback, or whatever you want to call it, to the adventures from the very beginning all the way to late game now. Man, oh man, there's a lot of enemies over here. But at least we were able to run away from most of them. Also, here's a random question for you guys. Well, I guess it's like semi-random. It's got to do with the game. The fact that you could actually play this whole game with just one controller in the hand, but you could also technically play with 2 players. It's just, it wouldn't be 2 characters. We got piggy jelly inside of there, okay. We take that as, I guess we get a critical hit from these guys. I don't really remember what it's actually called. And I love how it's literally just a canine giant mole. We're just gonna auto fight because I don't know if Holly would stay the way she is now or not. Guess we'll find out. But anyways, I was going to ask you guys, if you know yourself, is there other games that are similar to this one where you could play with just one hand on a controller, or maybe like 2 characters? Or 2 controllers rather, not 2 characters. I was looking at Omar, and then I was like, yep. So hopefully we can actually heal. Okay, good. Because I know sometimes that move actually doesn't heal, or doesn't revive rather. I don't really know why. But numbness is gone, and now we're gonna go up. I like how we could go back and forth. I thought it was just gonna make us stuck up there for whatever reason. Butterfly, please. We want to run into you before we run into one of these guys. I'd rather run into the one on top than get the sneak attack. I think that's what it's called. And I like how that thing was actually just sitting there. Which, I don't know which enemy is actually standing which one's not. And up we go. And up we go once again, or down. We actually don't know if we're going up or down, because it's not like we really see this cave any other day. And this is the distempered skadoosh. I love how it's called a skadoosh. I don't know why that makes me laugh so hard, but it's okay. Also, one thing I actually noticed just now is that throughout this whole game, Holly actually hasn't learned any of her healing moves. And I don't know if she's going to at all, because unless she levels up between here and has a possibility of doing so, I don't think that's going to be the case. And that's one thing that I found so interesting about how this randomizer is set up. Although it could be like vanilla, but I decided to not do that. But okay, Giygas' lair. I love how you are... you are just a shop, apparently. This is not very appropriate for this area, but you know what? It's fine. We'll go with it because I love it so much. Now we made it over to Giygas. I wonder if it's going to show Ness's vanilla sprite, or if it's actually going to show Alex's current sprite in his phase. The moment of truth. Drum roll. Oh, it's just showing Ness's normal phase. That's kind of sad. It would have been kind of funny if we literally just saw the clown phase. And, ooh. Hello, Porky. We actually get to see you in your vanilla form. Although I think his color might be different, but maybe that's because it's actually Porky from the future. I never thought about that, because I know what he looks like in Mother 3. It's not completely. But tell me, have you and Giygas kissed yet? I'll take that as a no. I thought your first kiss would be with Giygas. But it was I, Pokey. I've killed your romance before it began. I'll deny Giygas the comfort of friendship and love. Wow. Okay. I didn't know Giygas and I had a crush on each other, but apparently we do. I wonder, it would probably make a really good couple, actually. And Porky, of course, had to be jealous and have to come between our romance. Like, what a jerk. And yes, I'm doing, oh. I like how it's a vanilla scene. I just interrupted myself, which is fine. But I'm just going to do auto fight until it goes onto the second form. It's also interesting how it looks completely different than what he would actually look like, or it. Because, no, Giygas is an alien, and typically everybody calls him. But I could see Giygas being like non-binary, so who knows? Maybe he'd go by it, maybe he goes by he, him, maybe he goes by they, she, who knows? That's kind of food for thought, just saying. Unless he himself was like, yeah, I'm a dude. Like, come on guys. Now I don't remember if this is the part where you actually need to hit Giygas a lot. Oh, Angry Destruction, I just realized that's what it's actually calling itself in this game. Or in this randomizer, rather. And as long as Holly stays alive, we should be fine. Whoa. Wow, Omar just barely got robbed. But I know it calculates it, so I probably knew that it could get to rob it beforehand. And now Alex is revived, and I love the awesome music that we got here. We should probably try to take care of this robot as well. I'm just afraid to cancel out and have us kill itself. And there goes poor Holly. But she was revived. And I love how it's called a realistic bee. And we had got defeated because I actually don't really know what we're supposed to do, because I thought that maybe we were just supposed to wait it out, just like how it usually is. And take number 2, let's see how this goes. We might get another party wipe, but hopefully not. The only way to find out is by just doing it. And by that, I mean we're actually just going to target the realistic bee and not the angry destruction. Because there are 3 phases to this battle, unlike, you know, the diamond-ass dog, which I don't know if that would be considered to be 2 phases or 1 phases. That's what I'm gonna ask you guys, because this is technically, unless you count that, the only one in this game that has multiple phases. I think that's kind of interesting. But yeah, anyways, we do that, and let's see if he has any weaknesses. It doesn't really look like a paralysis. Okay, that is good to know. And vulnerable to range shot. And 14% for mirror, which is really interesting. Though I don't want to do that because really Rob is the only one that has that. So knowing that paralysis works, we're going to do that and hope that it actually worked on him. And we also have a mummy wrap, so let's see if we could actually use items against him. I know that we could use a big bottle rocket, because I shuffled to make sure that we could actually do so. And just continue to bash with all the other characters. So let's see here. Does it work? Does not look like that, but body became numb, which is perfect. Although it's too bad it doesn't work on the destructive orb, because that thing is big owie, and it's probably going to be the reason we actually get a party wipe again. But hopefully that's not going to be the case. But if it is, that's okay. We're just going to do auto fight, and fingers crossed, we survive. Attention all Earthbound gamers. Ness is in trouble. He needs your help to defeat Giygas. And in order to do this, he's gonna need his trusty bat and a couple of burgers. To help him, all he needs is your credit card number, the expiry date, month, and the year, and 3 digits on the back. But you have to be tough before Giygas finishes off his plan to take over Onett. I love how that's just a dialogue, even though it's a randomizer. So technically, it isn't. Wake up in the morning, fall in love, eat lunch, fall in love, and at night, fall in love again. That is my dream life, and that is why I came and interrupted your love life. Who knew that all of this was all because Giygas wanted to confess his love against Alec? Like, what a twist of events, and the fact that Porky is also here is just like, bruh, the love triangle. I love it so much. I also don't know if at this point is where we need to start, you know, having Paul pray, but I'm gonna do that just to see if it does anything. And I'm pretty sure at this point we just need to try to survive. So let's see. Does it actually do anything? It didn't. Well, actually it healed, but it didn't actually do anything for the actual boss fight. So we're just gonna go into auto fight until the 3rd phase comes. But going back to what I've said at the beginning of this refight, is that I find it interesting how technically there's only like 2 bosses that have multiple phases. And let's say count Frankenstein, or Frankie and Frankenstein, or Frankie Stein, whatever it's actually called, then maybe there would be. I don't know, what do you guys feel about that? Because there is the police station as well. We can't grasp the true form. We're just gonna have to wait here and twiddle our thumbs. At least I'm pretty sure that's what we need to do. Also find it interesting how the fact that the enemy is actually just a background. I love how it's just called Angry Destruction. Not even Giygas. It's like, I wonder why in this randomizer it didn't just say like, oh, I'm with this angry destruction instead of replacing its instead of keeping the name as Giygas and the dialogue. I'm guessing it's because it would be more confusing if that didn't happen, but still. Oh, and here is little B again. I work for the city hall, but somehow Mayor Pickle's bugs let me keep between you and me. I don't even know what sentence I just tried to read out, but hey, that's okay. Now, fingers crossed, we can actually, heal Holly. Unless we still have that Horn of Life that we... Oh, we're still in the auto fight. Okay, cool. We take that. So now it's the time we actually just need to keep Holly alive so that she can pray and, get this thing out of here. So it's a big oof. I'm also going to sadly let Rob die, but heal and pray and then try to revive Omar so that Omar can then, heal and just make sure that the other people stay alive, while Alec is going to be the one to just have himself focus on Holly. And it's probably where I'm going to focus as well. So commentary while trying to keep somebody alive is kind of awkward. It's my duty, don't worry. I'm gonna keep inching to fight. So I don't remember how many times we actually need to pray. I believe it's about 10 times. And it's interesting how consistently just how you have to defeat this boss. Okay, didn't realize it was just going to switch forms altogether. But now, fingers crossed, we are going to be able to, okay, never mind. Well, we're gonna hope that we're going to survive. Oh, Alec is fine. Alec, friends. You cannot grasp the true form of angry destruction's attacks. At least we have the Franklin badge in protecting it. And I know that you can actually defeat Master Barf just by attacking him and staying surviving for long enough. Does anybody know if it could be the same thing for Giygas, or do we need to actually pray? Because I'm really curious about that. But healing for Omar, and then pray for Holly. Once again, it's gonna be like that back and forth. I'll blame you after my death. That is pretty dark, and your destruction is pretty dark. And huzzah! Omar survived. And at least the damage that it is taken isn't taking that much. So we're just going to try to then... Actually, no, we could actually just use... we're going to use the shield on Holly, actually. Also, here's a common question of the day. For you, since we're on the last boss, and I would assume you guys probably enjoy playing video games, or at least watching video games at the very least, what is your favorite, last boss? There's so many out there. So many good ones. I would say Giygas in both Mother 1 and Mother 2. Why are you yelling out so much? I love you too, buddy, but I gotta defeat you. I'm so sorry. It's I want to, but the others won't let me keep you alive, so we can't just be lovers. I'm so sorry about that, sweetheart. Okay. Whew. Poor Omar. I think here we're probably gonna have to use an auto fight just to make sure that we actually stay alive. Okay, no, Holly's still here. We are going to... But yeah, so that's one of them, and I also really like the Ganondorf's fights, or Demise if you also count him to be a last boss. There's a lot of Zelda last bosses, because there's also Vadi. I believe that's what his name. I don't think it's Vadi. I like Vadi's fight. I don't really like Bowser's fight in Nintendo 64 because that was such a pain in the butt, especially for Bowser. But I do really like Bowser's fights as well. Just things like that. But on topic of that as well, if you want to answer this one too, what is your least favorite boss, or least favorite end boss that is? So don't know why I was saying end boss as opposed to final boss, but It's fine. Okay, I was hoping that Alec was going to allow Omar to revive Rob first, but mind you, Omar's full heal, or revive, will actually fully heal party members, so it's fine doing that. And now, despite being the final prey, I don't really know. Please grant us strength. Anybody who hear our plea, we asked for this. Haha, check him out. He thinks he's the bee's knees. Oops, I mean in a really cool way. Okay, was that you, Giygas? Or, sorry, Anger Destruction? At least it's doing lots of damage, so clearly it's doing something. And that is the reason why I'm wondering if this thing is able to be defeated just by attacking it head-on with doing nothing. And I find it really sad how it's... like, Giygas at this point, he just wants friends. Because this is going to the past, so before Giygas had his full powers, or at least probably after Mother 1, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've actually like paid attention to the story, because this is a randomizer, there's only so much that we can actually do to do that. Oh, okay. It is doing what we need to do. It's starting to look like static in the background. Also, sorry for the flashing that's going on in the background right now. Unfortunately, that's something I could actually control, like, Peak a Starstorm. And I like how the music also sounds a little bit like it's going to Porky's theme. But yeah, also all it's saying is that it's in the past. Oh, Holly is now going through the different friends throughout the game, although it looks like it might have been cut out in this game, I don't really know. Or this randomizer rather. But yeah, it's just, at this point, I wonder what would happen if Ness or Ninten or Alec, if they just stopped attacking it and just tried to talk to Giygas. I wonder what would happen. Because obviously it can't just go into the brains of these guys, or at least not doing much. So I wonder if they would be able to reason with Giygas. That's food for thought. What do you guys feel about that? Oh, Bo kept praying. I don't even know what Bo is. Oh, I see. It's talking to me. Yeah, I'm going to. Oh, it just kept praying. This is slowly out of our control now at this point. We just need to press A and just let it do its thing, because this is the final one. Which is interesting because we don't actually see the bit that we would before, so I'm guessing that just like the randomizer for like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask probably just cut it out. And I guess Mario 64 as well. But there we go. We have defeated the Giygas, or the Anger Destruction. The underground is talking rock. Seems to be talking a lot more than I do. I mean, are you sure, Porky? You talk a whole lot. And I guess it's a realistic bee. Who knew that a bee outside of the Bee movie would be in a love triangle with a alien and a very beautiful clown? Saying, seriously, what a plot twist. Okay, and now it's phasing into a out of existence or something like that. Because I believe Giygas is in Mother 3 as well. I'm not actually 100% about that. It would be interesting. I know Porky is, and I know that I believe these four in here as well are also in there. I just don't know when they all show up. I just know some characters, some bosses, that's about it. I'm interested to know what we actually get up to that point in Mother 3 series. Okay, Pixels. We see you there. You look like you're missing, Oh. I love how this is slowly just that. The war against Giygas is over. All over love. Like, dude, you could have just, like, talked to us through our brains and you didn't need to make a war out of it. But mind you, probably wouldn't have if Porky wasn't like, yo, he's my lover. You could be my lover too. But the Giygas was like, nah, you ain't my lover. You'll get in between us. And now I'm just mad and confused and don't know what to do. And Porky was like, you know what, I'll come and take ya. I also love how this still, just this music. I love the randomizer music. But dang, another series out of the way. But also, we have the emulator, so we know once it gets to the end screen. So I think we're actually going to continue this because we still can take Paula home, or Holly home rather, and the others will take part, but there is still some stuff that we can do after here. So I think for this one, we're going to make the bonus episode like we were originally going to do for the first series, but something went wrong with that save file, so we were never actually able to go back and take, I don't remember what her name was in our vanilla Let's Play, but we couldn't actually take her home. I also find it interesting how it's going reverse order to wake people up. Instead of going Alex, Holly, I almost said Jeff again, Rob, and Omar, it's Omar, Rob, Holly, and Alec. And here we are. I think we are able to walk around now, and just realize it's actually going to be a longer episode, just because of that battle, which is fine. But our travels together has ended here. I must return to the land and use experience for good of my country. Holly, Rob, let me demonstrate a strange power before we go. I realize this power is a child. P.S. Farewell now. I'll see you someday. Goodbye. Goodbye, Omar. We love you. I love him. That's just how he moved away. Now, I wonder if there are also other ways to be able to teleport, because would that technically be a teleport? Or is there only 2 PK teleports? Let me know if you know. I'll probably look that up because I'm curious. Holly, Alec, it was great to hang out with you guys. It really was. I'm glad I had a chance for me to use some of these theories that I have been studying so hard. It's remarkable. If, just maybe, well, if you get hitched someday, maybe I'll be the one that fixes your broken electronic appliances. I'm going to stay here for a while and see if I can learn some more from Dr. Animus. From my dad. So, it looks like it's going to be bye for now, my friends. Goodbye, Rob. I love you so much. Aw. It's like a family over there. Oh, I wonder where Gus' mother is. Are they divorced or is she dead? That's a question for you guys. What do you think? I will definitely escort you home, my dear. I'm just a regular kid. We have to go back to just being regular kids. So you don't really need to, though. But with that, then, we shall leave it here. I'm actually really curious to know if we can save at this point, because I've never actually tried to save at the end game. And let's see, are we able to? Hi, your next level. It's just going from like no music to this music. I've totally forgot it had like fetuses in the background. Should know a lot more mature. We sound a lot more mature over the phone. I'll see you when you get home. Does that mean we actually get to see your dad? We'll find out next episode, where we will leave it here, and we will escort Holly home, and I think we're actually gonna go around a few different places as well, see what things may or may not have changed, despite it being a randomizer. But anyways, goodbye recycling, apparently. I just hit my hand on a recycling body, and something just fell out. But anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Slap the subscribe button. This is like down in the comments down below. Do what you do, and I'll see you in the next episode, which I'm looking forward to because I've never explored the post game of Earthbound. I also don't know if there's any credits. We'll find out. Anyways, until then, peace.